sit and watched Larry get mad at his girlfriend because he thought she told the cops that he was selling drugs to the other kids when it was actually the other kid's dad that found his jacket. So he screwed up. And now I'm watching some of The Wiz. Yeah, they turn Wiz into Harry Potter with propaganda to make it look like, marketing is for good people if you do it the right way. And the people that were formerly bad and wicked and evil and tried to get Toto and get Toto destroyed are now good. And this is bad. You're like, more marketing for fashion modeling. Yeah. Wow, everybody knows that, fashion models will save the world from what? From the military. That's it. We're going to replace the military with fashion models. And fashion models will save the world with organic money. You serious? You watching the same movie I'm watching? Watching going, ba-ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba. Oh. I mean, that kind of made a little bit sense back in the early, was it the 2000s? It was in the 90s. It was in the 90s because it was before I married Amy. When me and John DeLay hooked up. So it was in the 1990s. I used to be a lunatic. Don't you like? I like that song. It's so good. The monsters are crazy. But that was in the early 90s. That was in the late 90s. It's 2025 now, guys. Okay. When you called them on the hypocrisy back in the 90s with Annie Lennox, okay. Well, times have totally changed. We got all the evidence through. Okay, well, but okay. And, the big thing is with all you folks, Screenwriters Guild, we represent the Screenwriters Guild, the Screenwriters Guild, the Screenwriters Guild, and in the name of the Screenwriters Guild, we've got organic money to get rid of the military. But you're going to use technology to try to kill them, right? No, Carol. It's not time to live with the Lord's Prayer yet. Fuckers are crazy, right? And you sit there and you look at it, and they're like, they had this thing with the dude from the Chosen thing, and it was like, I shouldn't watch 47 minutes of this bullshit, right? And I almost remarked and replied on it. I was going to say, I like Charles Dickens too. I like potato chips because I was eating potato chips while I watch it, and then I was going to say, when I was a kid, I used to enjoy Pop-Tarts. I said, are you going to play on it? Hell no. I'm just not in the mood. I'll just go on my anonymous LY YouTube and talk about it. But as far as write something to them, it never works. It doesn't work on Fox News. It doesn't work with Kirk Cameron and his kid. It doesn't work with anybody. That guy's just crazy. He thinks he's God. No, technically, asshole, you think you are. Well, because God's omniscient and omnipotent, which I explained to everybody in detail, and you keep talking about, well, what do you think God's thinking? You think you're going to be saved and get to live with God after you're dead eternally? Okay, what do you think's wrong with your brain? Because I know what's wrong with your brain, but did you understand? Are you guys watching the same movie I'm watching? Yeah, this Wicked. It's like, oh my gosh. Just what we need is another over-the-top musical to blow up all over the world. And yeah, the old ones were better because they were trying to be innocent. It was just stupid, but it's like Haile Selassie. Yeah, it's pretty, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. And you sit and watch it, and it's but you gotta admit, didn't you love? We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild, we welcome you to Munchkin Land. And didn't you watch? They represent the Lullaby League, the Lullaby League, the Lullaby League. And not only have I examined her, and not only is she really dead, she really is sincerely dead. Okay, because the Wicked Witch of the East and the West, they were horrible. Okay? They were mean and vicious people that wanted to manipulate everybody with spells and get them to do everything they wanted. And if people didn't do that, they would try to kill them. That's why do you think we threw water on the bitch? Okay, I'm melting, right? And now they're trying to flip the script. No, she's really a good person. The witches and the warlocks. No, that's not warlocks. Well, that's from Benny Hill. Remember that? the male witches, warlocks. No, the male witches. They're called wizards. Oh, or warlocks. depending on, if they're bad or they're good. If they're good, they're wizards. If they're bad, they're warlocks. So they're locked into war. That's why we supermodels and dancers are going to replace the military with organic money. But first we have to kill them with technology. Oh, how meta of you. Okay. And there goes the purple monkey. And so these people are batshit crazy. And then you wonder, I don't think the people involved in it understand that the batshit crazy stuff is going on because it's symbiotic. Like the people that go to church on Sunday and pray to the magic God in the sky. And always, when they score touchdowns, they always look up and is always talking to God. He ain't talking to God. Okay, guys. God's omnipotent and omnipotent. No one believes or listens to Jesus or Muhammad at all, right? And so you're sitting there going, no, he's looking at his satellite alter ego. I know how your brain works. Do you know how your brain works? And I don't have to cut it up on the Big Bang Theory and say, here, take these supplements. It'll make your brain healthier. Park your cars, bars, and wars. Stop the stress of extortion, exploitation through competition and conflict and egotistical exaggeration of molecular self-importance. Because if it all goes supernova and black hole, there'll still be God. There just won't be your ego and a body to say, will you please shut the fuck up? Thank you. You're welcome. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Okay, do you understand? All righty then. So, okay, do you guys understand? Okay, so... and in the name of the lollipop god, we represent Munchkin land. I am thoroughly examined her, and not only is she really dead, she really is sincerely dead. Oh, the organic money has given, because money's not real. It's a human invention that fucks people in the head and makes them feel powerful because they can manipulate people with their ego, and they get other people to manipulate themselves with their ego so they can feel, I'm an icon. I want other people to inspire to be an icon like me and make lots of money doing insidious, ridiculous things that are over the top, excessive, and compulsive. Okay, you go beat the hell out of that other woman. Have other people cheer and bet lots of make-believe money on the Las Vegas Strip. Right. And then do we get like the girlfriend experience with the Trafalgar Brisk? Right. Is John Legend going to be in the penthouse singing, save room for my love, save room for a moment to be with me? Right? Is that your favorite? I don't know. I think my favorite is, I don't know. I think the Two Again songs. I think Again and Another Again reminds me of my first marriage and my second, even though she was raised by white people. Yeah. Similar emotional traits. I think it has to do with their genetic and biological conditioning through certain forms of tribalism and genetic connections. When certain people act a certain way and react to certain things, fly monkeys and get that damn Dorothy, right? And so I think that's a lot to do with a lot of the stuff, yes. Okay? I do think, okay, that a lot of it has to do with that kind of stuff. And a lot of it has to do with, just, I wouldn't call it consistent. I want to call it insidious. Insidious, egotistical, violent, sex cult tribalism. It's not consistent. Consistent is the Lord's Prayer. It's, I'm sticking to it. Psalms and Proverbs, I'm sticking to it. Going to be consistent. That's consistent. So let's make sure that we put the right linguistics to the action, right? You understand? Okay. Maybe Jeff Goldblum will get it. I don't think so. Okay. Like I was sitting there thinking earlier, I was like, wouldn't that be interesting if by the end of November, we make it through December, that during December, this Christmas season, that Donald Trump totally 180s because of the Epstein stuff, and recognizes Parsons as the Messiah, kumbaya, it's time to live the Lord's Prayer, right? And then Barack Obama goes, shit, you caught you if you're back, but that's okay, because Parsons is Lord. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, and eternal faithful peace. Hawaii's a nice place. No one will come there and try to kill you, because we're all living the Lord's Prayer. And if anybody, what are you doing? I'm going to go kill that motherfucker for what he did. And what did you do? Well, 1, I voted for president. 2, what else? I wanted lots of money. 3, I wanted to get in a car crash and get lots of money for that. Oh, you read the Machiavelli books too? I didn't read them. No, Solomon Rushdie. Good God. I think I'd rather go drown myself in the toilet than read Solomon Rushdie's books. Okay. Hey, Machiavelli of you. And so, I was sitting there going, wouldn't that be a serendipity doodah? Or it could also go the other way. What if Barack Obama sits there and says, okay, when this Epstein comes out, it's going to have Bill Clinton and all the rest of those guys, and I'm business partners with these people, and then, oh boy, and I never sat there, and why Parsons was in New Mexico, Arizona and New Mexico, oh boy, this is all going to come out, and someone, damn that Rockefeller, he held it, we don't know if he did or not, that's irrelevant. What's relevant is, you a liar, I'm truthful. I's good, you's bad. I's right and you's wrongs. Okay, no more selling plastic action figures. That's Death and Decay. Okay? You don't sell them. If you take Death and Decay and you make something for kids to enjoy life with, like witches and, oh yeah, and toy soldiers that have flamethrowers on them. Because, we have, whoever came up with that idea, it's flamethrower, and who would buy those? The army. We have people we'd like to throw a flame on. We like 200,000 of them, but we like them painted brown, right? Okay, but what happens? Supermodels and dancers and singers are coming. They're going to give you organic money, but they have to get their technology to kill the military first. So do I have to save the supermodels from themselves, or do I have to save the military from themselves? Or will they save themselves from themselves by being truthful, good, and right? Do you really think you're inherently wicked? I think you are, because you accept the invention of your imagination over the glory of creation. So I do think you're inherently wicked. Me? I know for a fact I'm not. I explained it to Spencer J. Kimball, Ezra Taft Benson, and the wackadoodles of the Mormon Church before I was even 4 years old. Okay. And you're looking for space and find out who you are? Guys, I think they have certain things that they think they're scared of because of overpopulation when people, actually are given back their time. But I think once they're given back their time, they're going to be intelligent, and they're going to understand exponential growth, and they're going to realize, and not to mention we have scientific and organic and natural and intelligent. You have Catholic forms of birth control that are intelligent. When you have discipline, I think a lot of the things, they use sex for manipulation and marketing, which makes us into sexual deviance instead of healthy sexual partners. The nice thing, there won't be any bacon strips. There won't be any commercials. No L'Oreal commercials. Yeah, it's going to be better than Earl Joseph. Make all the L'Oreal commercials just disappear. And little Indian boys named Victor, there might be still little boys, Coeur d'Alene boys named Victor, but they're not Indian. No. Unless there might be an Indian kid who doesn't celebrate Diwali, but might celebrate Diwali once we're living the Lord's Prayer in Moscow, Idaho, or was it Coeur d'Alene? It's Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. We're Coeur d'Alenes, right? You're funny. I know! I was listening to some of those. Like, Parsons, you are funny. Yeah, I know. I'm very funny. I make myself laugh. No, I'm funny. I know funny, and you assholes aren't funny. You tell jokes about people performing genocide over money and then say, well, buy my shit. My genocide is more logical. It's more kind and compassionate. Seriously? Look, Dinkle rhymes with Winkle. So take your vanilla ice and go shove it all up in that ass. Okay, motherfuckers, right? And sell me some twisted tea and shit. Fuck, no more commercials. Okay. And when we play football, there's not going to be all that over-the-top bullshit in those big old, gigantic, psychotic, gambling titty bars. What's that? It's a stadium. The big house was wacko enough. 110,000 people to yell over marketing. That's just nuts. What would Jesus think? Crazy as shit. But I mean, it's still there. We could maintain it. You could still go to football games, and 110,000 people could go see Michigan and Ohio State play a football game, but living the Lord's Prayer, not for, G-string, I need money to fuck money, because money ain't real. And fucking it's just not right. I mean, you can say it if it helps a woman enjoy her sexual experience because she was abused by, the Howard Stern culture with the 2 Live Crew and all that bullshit. But, when that goes away, I think it's, everything you think, do, and say affects your children. And wouldn't you rather have them making love and praising the Lord and living the Lord's Prayer than fucking for money and money for fucking? Crazy ass motherfuckers. I am correcting your technology and in the process, hopefully correcting you. I am always working because I love you. I even work in my sleep. So bless you very much. Thank you very much. I am the Messiah. If you don't think I am, it's okay, liar. I will fix your technology because I am a perfect man like Job and Jonah. Okay, love you very much.